Hey everybody, if you need a recap of Silo Season 1, I've got you covered. Just hit the tab in the upper right hand corner and it'll take you right to it. Now Season 2 picks up right where Season 1 left off, with Juliette outside of the silo and seeing the bleak landscape with a bunch of other silos in the distance. She starts to make her way towards the closest silo to her, and she sees dead bodies strewn across the area. And that's because this silo also had an uprising, just like the silo that Juliette came from. Although this uprising was successful, the people made it out of the silo and they found out that the air was still toxic and they all quickly died a probably painful death. It's hard to tell how long ago this happened, but Juliette is looking around at all these bodies, just trying to make her way towards the entrance of this particular silo, and she does so. Even when she reaches the entrance of the silo, the dead bodies don't stop. There are skeletons going all the way down the stairwell. It's not exactly easy for Juliette to get in this silo. It takes a lot of hard work. She has to pry the door open, but she is able to get in, and what she sees is the fact that this silo appears to be absolutely abandoned, no forms of life. Unfortunately, while she was trying to pry her way in, some of the tape on her suit came loose, and she starts to freak out a little bit. As she runs around this silo trying to get the proper tools that would allow her to fix the suit, she's running by spray-painted walls that just say lies. And then, as she's trying to make her way down to mechanical to get the good tape, her suit runs out of air. It forces her to take off her helmet. The thing is, her helmet isn't coming off, and it forces her to actually take her entire suit off. So now she's stuck in this silo that appears to be abandoned. Her suit is completely ruined, and she can't leave the silo unless she finds another suit, along with the good tape. With nothing else to do, she starts looking around this silo for any signs of maybe what happened, but also anything that could help her get out of it. Whatever happened in this silo didn't happen recently, that's for sure. You've got overgrown plants taking over walls and whatnot, so this particular uprising probably happened well over a year ago at least. This silo, though, appears to be set up just like Juliette's silo, right down to the hidden cameras. Shortly after discovering that, Juliette is able to find a uniform that she can wear for the time being. All the while, though, Juliette is trying to make her way down to mechanical. And as she's doing this, she's getting flashbacks from her childhood growing up in mechanical, getting acclimated to working and living in mechanical, and really getting her new life with Walker. After all, Walker taught her a lot and was a real mentor to her. As Juliette, though, continues to make her way down the stairs, all while doing a trip down memory lane, she hears this pinging. It really sounds like a tick, like a high-pitched clock, if you will. But when she gets down to that particular floor, the walkway that would allow her to get to wherever this sound is going was taken out by something. So she's going to have to find a way over to it. And that's not going to be easy. When she looks up at her surroundings, she does have a little bit of luck. A couple of bodies were hung on the stairwell, and she's going to use the rope and see if she can maybe swing across to the other side. Unfortunately, though, that doesn't work. Not only does it not work, but the rope snaps, and she ends up falling. The good news, though, is that this silo, well, the pumps don't work anymore, so she didn't fall too far before she hit water, and she's able to survive. She's just frustrated, and she's looking like a drowned rat as she makes her way back to the stairwell and tries to recollect herself to figure out a way over to the other side of this. Before she can do that, though, she needs another uniform because the one that she's in is completely soaked through. She's able to find one. She also bandages up her arm, which was injured during the fall. And then she gets to work on finding the goods around the silo that will allow her to kind of build a bridge, and she's able to do it. She builds that bridge, she gets over to the other side, and then she starts to look around for where this noise is coming from. The noise ends up being an ID card that was on an oscillating fan. It was just clanking on it. But the lights in this particular section are on, so curiosity gets the best of Juliette, and she starts to look around a little bit. She doesn't really find anything of note, and she starts to head back to where she came, hoping that maybe she can find a way down to mechanical or find an extra suit that's going to be tough because the silo is flooded after all. But that's when she starts to hear music, and it forces her to turn back around. As she gets closer and closer to where the music is coming from, finally she says, "Hello? Is anybody there?" And there's a giant vault door, but she can't access it. That's when a guy appears from behind the vault door. The guy tells her that it's great that she heard the music because he loves that song, but she did try to open the door. And he understands it. I mean, somebody sees a closed door, curiosity gets the best of them. They're going to want to find out what's on the other side. But if she does that again, he tells her, I'm going to kill you.
Thank you so much for checking out this recap. Please consider subscribing to the channel and subscribing to my Patreon. Hit thumbs up if you liked it. Smash that thumbs down button if you thought it sucked. If you left a comment, I don't get back to you. I usually don't check the comments unless they're like a super comment. Also, if you don't see the next video up on the end screen, not to worry. It'll be up in a day or two.